The Trump administration's response to the coronavirus crisis has been a complete disaster from the beginning. From outright lying about the severity of the crisis to gutting crucial positions and funding.
It will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away.
Do you believe it's inevitable that the coronavirus will spread across the country?
No, I don't think that's inevitable at all.
We have a report today, the global death rate at 3.4%.
Well, I think the 3.4% is really a false number. Now, this is just my hunch. This will go and this will pass because a lot of people will have this and it's very mild. They'll get better very rapidly. They don't even see a doctor. They don't even call a doctor.
Trump and his enablers' incompetence has made the crisis exponentially worse. And it will continue to worsen if we don't demand clarity from the Trump administration right now. Here are the 9 questions that Trump must answer immediately. Why haven't the Army Corps of Engineers been mobilized nationally to set up quarantine units for Americans stricken in cities with high incidence of the virus? Why aren't we building new prefabricated 1,000-bed hospitals in the 15 largest U.S. cities to deal with the massive number of people that are inevitably going to need them? Why are ventilator machine factories not on 24/7 production regimes right now? Why aren't ICUs being set up in every hospital at a very rapid pace right now? Why is the government not acquiring tens of thousands of RVs to be driven to wherever the need for isolation units will arise? Why aren't factories in overdrive producing full protective suits and masks for our frontline health workers who are already sickening and dying as I speak? Why aren't we isolating ourselves at home as a nation to flatten the upward curve of the pandemic to help our overwhelmed or soon-to-be overwhelmed hospital workers? Incredibly, Starbucks and many other food and beverage corporations are still open. Why isn't every critical service worker receiving hazard pay and or being declared emergency workers so they can receive benefits, as they are in Minnesota and Vermont? Lastly, and most crucially, why doesn't every worker, regardless of business size or industry, now have emergency paid sick leave? This is no time for bureaucratic means testing, blank checks to corporations, or milquetoast half measures. We need comprehensive, direct action. We need answers. Now.
You treat this like a flu. The risk to the American people remains very low. You don't want to see panic because there's no reason to be panicked about. As I said, is this just like flu? Because people die from the flu, and this is very unusual.